Every now and then you turn up to the MCG on a Saturday afternoon and you know you're going to have a real bad one. And I just get the feeling as I'm looking at old Fat on the screen, who's just headed up to the Gold Coast on a junket, and he looks like he's no good at all.
Look at his eyes are shut.
We'll get to him in just a second, but nice to see you, Purple, of course. Nice to see Duck and Bernard and Matty Nix. We're going to chat to Scott Pendlebury. We've got a quiz if we get time, and Nuff, of course, will be completely dominant. But all eyes are on the screen because I'm interested in the last 24 hours in the life of Fat.
Look at him. He doesn't look like Bill.
What are you doing, Bill?
Hello, Jim. Jim. Hello, boys. Great to be with you up here in the sunny coast, Gold Coast, if you don't mind. And I'm up here on the Triple M client footy trip. A client footy trip. So guess who I've been mixing with on a yacht out on the bay, Cryo Bay or whatever it's called down here at Gold Coast. All our good friends at McDonald's, Amy, Reem, Beacon Lighting, C-Bus, very happy with the special C-Bus. Harvey Norman Replay, Choice Hotels, Red Z and Ned's. And it's the first time ever Triple M have had a client footy trip. And are they loving it, Jimmy boy? And I'll tell you what, me and Ewan, our man who looks after the footy, we had a client briefing yesterday on the yacht. And we spoke about targets, client messaging. Targets. Client messaging, the cut through. Also, how much bang for your buck, improved ROIs. I wasn't sure what that was, but you and
returns on investment, Bill.
Yeah, that's it. Well done. That was it.
RFIs.
NFI. But yacht was magnificent. Then we had dinner last night, Jim, with a few margaritas. And then today, guess what you could do today? You could actually go for a brewery tour. You could go a water sports, or you could have a massage.
Which one do you choose?
Water sport?
A massage. And it was magnificent. I walked in there and she goes, gee, you're a big boy. Jim, I thought to myself, how does she know? Like, fair dinkum,
she had one look at your guts. Now, Damo, speaking of investigating this junket, because that's what it is.
Yep.
I know you were given the task of actually diving into it a bit, and what have you come up with?
Forget the ROIs and cut-throughs and whatever else he reckons he was talking about. I have it on impeccable authority that Bill's presentation, Jim, to the gathering yesterday.
He didn't present.
He presented.
Yes.
And I've been told that he went down the sportsman's night path. Did you, Bill, regale them with your story when you walk past the record sellers at the Gabba and they say, Bill, do you want a record? No, I've already got the record at this ground. And did you also say, I've got a second world record when it comes to AFL in this state? Yeah. I was part of the team that kicked the most points ever kicked in a game of football. Did you repeat both those stories?
Well, we're in Queensland.
New crowd.
The new crowd, exactly. But the Gabba's 100k away, and that's, of course, where I kicked 11. No one's done that since, by the way. So that's the record there, and might have just dropped the kids out the front when I walk in. He says, you want to buy a record? I already got it here, mate. And then the other one at Carrara, which is closer, of course, 37 goals, 17, the world record score. So, yes, they did hear that. They enjoyed it immensely.
Of course they did.
Yeah. And they've signed 17. Up.
And Bill, they could have also done without that last story you also told, Jim. Can you believe he went down the rubber band story path as well?
The rubber band.
Did you tell the rubber band story yet again that you've stolen off Tony Shaw anyway?
I can't remember, Damien. No.
You didn't go to Rover.
You know what? We didn't go too long, Ewan and I, but we had them. We had them out of our hands. And they were ready to sign for 5 or 10 years, and then we blew it up last night. Let me tell you, when you get half pissed and carry on, Jesus.
So, Damo, this is what interests me. If you're parting with your hard-earned from Ned's or from Red Z, and you're thinking, I'm going up to the Gold Coast and I'm going to be rubbing shoulders with the very best the game's ever seen. We're sitting in the room with one here.
We could have taken Duck.
Could have taken the best player the game's ever seen.
You could have gone. You could have been invited, Jim. You would have gone. Bernie could have gone. Das, Howie.
So instead of that, you turn up from Red Z with your pockets empty because you've spent everything you've got trying to associate yourself with Triple M footy. And you walk in and you see fat. How disappointed would you be?
Especially walking in and seeing him on the massage table.
And Jude Bolton was supposed to come, Jim, but he pulled out, so it's just me. I'm flying solo, but I'll get around to them all. Don't worry about that. And they're very happy, so they're all happy.
What sort of yacht are we talking about? How big was it?
A big bastard, Jim. It was up and downstairs, like it was a big one.
Up and downstairs.
Oh, that's a big one.
They had Coronas on there, I know that. But anyway, it was a good day, and then today we're just going to meet over at the casino and the sports bar. Might have a little bet at the Mornington Cup, and then we're going to the footy tonight, Melbourne and the Sun. So,
what Mickey are you going to be in Monday for the rush hour, by the way?
See, I mightn't work. I've done enough. I think I've done enough for Triple M. I cannot do any more for Triple M, so I'm going to have Monday off.
Imagine running into Bill. So you're having your holiday, you go to Byron Bay, you can go to a magnificent 5-star restaurant quietly with your beautiful girl and have a magnificent lunch or dinner, and you look out and there's fat.
You just do a quick U-turn, wouldn't you? Get out.
I was honestly on a park bench having a stubby, right? Just sitting there. And there's
In your Speedos, Bill? In your Speedos?
No. I had my boxing short swimmers on, and I was looking stubbies and looking very good. And there he was. You should have seen him sitting up at the window at this magnificent restaurant. What's it called there in Byron? Jeez, it was good.
I've never been there.
Oh, no, Jim, it was very nice. And a lot of footballers get there. Don't worry about that. There's a nice pub where you sit, the Great Northern it's called, and it's got a good window. You sit up there and you just watch the passing traffic. It is magnificent. Yes.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Hello, gorgeous.
Yeah. Did you visit the souvlaki place last night, by the way, on the way home?
That's my favourite. They can have whatever Moo-Moos and Mama Sands and all the great restaurants up here. But my favourite is that one on the corner. The chicken
just
kebab
out the front of Hollywood's.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I didn't go that one, Jim. You've been barred for that.
Bill got a souvlaki there, as did I. We had to go up and do a thing for rush hour years ago.
And then
you bumped into Warwick Capity.
The walk from there to the hotel was 120 metres.
Yeah.
We got 50 metres into it. Bill had already finished the souvlaki he bought, and then you turned back to get home.
The big fella was hungry. Don't worry about